Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this impromptu stream by myself, Stevo, where I will be predicting the upcoming game week, which starts tonight, which I completely forgot about. That isn't a joke. I actually thought it was Monday today, because basically I was somewhere this morning and I was listening to Planet FPL as per normal. I was listening to their Monday preview show, or more to the point, review show. And I completely forgot that it was actually Tuesday and the deadline's today. And that is the absolute truth. And I was just like, oh Christ, I forgot about that. But yeah, this is actually my first solo stream live for about 3, maybe 4 weeks. And apart from the members videos, which I've been enjoying a lot, and for anybody that doesn't know, I did a members video last night. during Jason's stream. Yeah, I was basically listening to his stream while watching the United game up on screen. So if you are a member, well, go watch it basically. Enjoy it for what it is. You may have seen a couple of clips on Twitter, specifically what some of the behind the scenes was like, a certain impression of a certain individual and various other impressions. Me going absolutely ape about, of course, you know who, Martial. And yeah, I really enjoy. I must admit, I really do enjoy the videos because they're just so relaxing to do. And yeah, today's show is, like I said, it's going to be me previewing, or more to the point, specifically predicting the start of the game week for this particular fixtures. I'll also be revealing, or if you haven't seen the members video, you'll already know what it is, but I'll be revealing my free hit team. There's a few bits and pieces here and there, but I'm pretty much sorted on it, so I'm not too fussed about anything. And yeah, let's just get on with it, shall we? So obviously, yeah, we do kick off with Chelsea-Norwich, and that really is the team news that I'm looking forward to seeing, because I have got 3 Chelsea assets in my team. In fact, let's do the older reveal now, because I know if I was in people's shoes, I'd be like, oh, let's just see the team. Well, let's just get on with it, shall we? And then we'll do the predictions. So this is my free hit team now. By the way, the reason why I did hit the free hit is because I just felt that this was the best time to be doing it. I just think that everybody is in the same boat as one another when it comes to game week 38. I have no idea when I'm going to be using the triple captaincy chip, so I just think I'll just play it on that game week instead. This specific game week, you've got Chelsea at home to Norwich, Man City at home to Bournemouth, United away at Crystal Palace, you've got Liverpool away at Arsenal. They're all favourable fixtures, and I just thought, you know what? There are so many players with potential rotation risks in my original team. I just thought, stuff it. Let's just hit the free hit. And for anybody listening on audio, it is Edison, Reece James, Azpilicueta, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Pulisic, David Silva, Salah, Fernandes, Antonio, Ings and Jesus. But there will be a few bits and pieces changing, i.e. I'm probably going to get rid of Antonio. I'm probably going to get rid of one of the Chelsea defenders, and I'm probably going to bring in Willian, and I'm actually hoping Alonso starts tonight, because if Alonso starts, I'll stick with double Chelsea defence with Alonso and Azpilicueta and go with one Chelsea attack. I'll be happy with that, because I do think they'll win pretty comfortably tonight. I am happy to keep Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's just a lock. There's no point in me getting rid of him. David Silva, based on this whole rotation thing and everything, I think it's just worth the quote-unquote punt, unless I hear any news whatsoever about the teams. There's chances bits and pieces will change. Salah captain, I'm happy with that. I'm actually happy with Salah captain against a lethargic Arsenal team. They've got the semi-final in the FA Cup. I think Arsenal could rest a couple of players, key players, and I think Liverpool, they normally do well against Arsenal, and I think they're going to do all right this week. And with the amount of chances Salah took against Burnley, I think he could be in with a bit of fun. Fernandes, can't get rid of him. Antonio is just simply because I wanted someone playing on Monday, just for a bit of fun, just to have someone playing on Monday. Danny Ings and Jesus up front. So, yeah, that's it then. On the bench, doesn't really matter, but I've gone with Wan-Bissaka, Greenwood. And I see, well, I've only really just seen this. Red for Lascelles. Oh, he's going to be out, is he? Oh well, I'll just replace him with Digne. It's a shame you can't do free hit and bench boost on the same day. But so let's just quickly get on with the predictions, shall we? This is what I think will happen. So basically, Chelsea versus Norwich. I'm expecting Chelsea to do pretty well tonight. After that, it was begins with S. Hit show against. Who was it they played the other day? Sheffield United. And I think they're going to come back. I think this is a really nice fixture to come back with. And it is really down to the team news tonight. Whatever the team news is for tonight, I'm changing my free hit players for Chelsea, because I want to get 3 versus Norwich. And I think it's going to be 3 or 4-0 to Chelsea. Well, they'll certainly get 3 or 4 goals. Norwich are absolutely hopeless. but I'm expecting Chelsea to keep a clean sheet. It's at home, and I'd like to think they will, and I'm going 3 or 4-0. Burnley Wolves, live on BBC tomorrow. Do you know what? I really do mean this. I think the word upset's a bit strong, but I think this has got 0-0 written all over it. Wolves are useless. Wolves, they looked all right against Everton, but they're rubbish in themselves. They just... Nah. I really do think that this could either be 0-0 or 1-0 either way. I'm going 0-0. I'm going 0-0 in that particular fixture. Man City, Bournemouth. Pick a number out the hat and that's what it's going to be, really. I'm going... Should we do a hat-trick of 5-0s in a row? Let's do it. Hat-trick of 5-0s. 5-0 Man City. 5-0 Man City. Newcastle Spurs. You know what? I'm expecting, actually, this to be a really, really close game. I know they beat Arsenal, but different game, this. I expect Spurs to come out on top of this just. I'm going 2-1 to Spurs. Arsenal, Liverpool. Arsenal are just, well, whatever happened against Tottenham happened. And I think that Liverpool are going to tear them a new one here. I'm going to go, I think Liverpool will win this pretty comfortably. I'm going to go 3-1. Liverpool defensively at the moment aren't looking that great. But they are scoring. And I think that away at Arsenal, I think, yeah, they'll have some fun here. And I'm going 3-1 to Liverpool. Moving on to Thursday evening, it's Everton versus Aston Villa. This again, two terrible teams at the moment, and I think this could be another 0-0 at 6 o'clock. So maybe 1-0 Everton, maybe 1-0 Aston Villa, but I think this is going to be a really boring game, and I'm going to go 0-0 again. Another 0-0. Leicester versus Sheffield United. Leicester are absolutely hopeless. Absolutely hopeless at the moment, and Sheffield United are in form, and that's why I'm predicting Sheffield United to win here. I think they'll concede, though. Be the usual Vardy goal. But I think Sheffield United will win here. I'm going 2-1 to Sheffield United. Crystal Palace, Man United. 2-0 to United. 2-0. They were looking sloppy last night in defence. They really were looking sloppy. I think they were being a bit too overconfident with their passing, and Southampton nearly caught them out on a few occasions. In fact, they did with Pogba, of course. But I think Crystal Palace, they can't score goals. Man United should be able to shut up shop here, and I'm going 2-0 to United. Southampton, Brighton. This is tough because Southampton, they're enjoying games at the moment. They're really enjoying life. Brighton, they are looking absolutely terrible. What's it? Conceded 9 goals over the last 2 games, something like that. And this is probably the hardest game to call of all. I really do think that. I think this is really, really tough. This could be 2-1 either way. So if I was to put my neck on the line here, I'll go 2-1 Southampton. But yeah, I know Stevie Jackson's going to be captain in Danny Ings. I don't know what you know that I don't, but I don't know if this game week is one of those where someone of your rank, which is 9,000 something, I don't think you should be going with a punt on Danny Ings. I don't know, there was something about him last night. I didn't put confidence in me, but he'd probably turn up with a goal. Then finally on Friday evening, we've got West Ham versus Watford. And I think West Ham should win this, but Watford getting 2 goals the other day against Newcastle. I think it'll be a bit of a meh. I think 1-1. I think 1-1 with that. But yeah, this is a bit of an impromptu stream. So really now it's just a case of what you guys, if you want to ask me anything, ask away. Because I'm not, like I always say this, I'm not going to be on for long. That means that I'm going to be on here for about 4 hours. But no, I'm really not going to be on here for long. But I do want to just quickly see the James Bang Mini League, because that is hotting up. I've dropped down to 11th, but it's really tight in there. We've got Zimmy. I know Zimmy's here at the moment. He's top, a cracking score of 83. He's 43, 53, about 60 odd points ahead of me on top spot. But it's from 4th place down. Tobias in 4, 512 points, me on 485. That's when I like the gap, the Jack Odell in 13th. There's a 10-point gap now. And between Nathaniel in 12th up to 4th, it's only, 25 points, just something like that? So not much in it whatsoever. Even with Stevie Jackson actually in 3rd. So really, yeah, so let's just say like 25 odd points between 3rd and 11th, or 3rd and 12th. It really is all to play for 3rd and 4th spot. And yeah, all these players have been in and around there. I mean, Bilal losing top spot over the last couple of game weeks, but another cracking score of 90 points. And it's getting really, really tasty. Really tasty in this James Band Mini League with only 3 game weeks, or 2 games left. Blimey, Brew having a good game week there. 95 points. 99, 107 for Mechanic. Whoa. You must have captained Sterling and you must have had Antonio. Surely. You didn't have Antonio. Oh, you had Son. Ah, Sterling captain. Jesus. Oh, you had the perfect game week. Ha! Wow. Brilliant. Jesus, Sterling, Martial, Son, Vardy, Doherty. Even Pope getting you 3 points. Fernandes, of course. God, very, very good indeed. But yeah, just to remind everybody, this is my free hit on team at the moment. The players I'm not really happy with, so to speak, probably Reece James, or more to the point, double Chelsea defence, and Antonio. They're the only 3 really. If I can save money here or there, I will do. So let's just say for argument's sake, that what could probably happen tonight, depending on the team news. And I'm really hoping Alonso does start. But I reckon I'll probably get rid of Reece James, Antonio, put in Alonso. He's 6 million, isn't he? So put in Alonso, wherever Chelsea are. There we are there. Whack him in. Stick him in there. It leaves me with 7.3 to play with. I'll probably get rid of Azpilicueta. No, do you know what? I'd probably be happy with this team, to be fair. I'd probably be just happy with this team, to be honest with you. I think for a free hit, it's a one-off. I'm happy with the Edison pick. He's guaranteed to start. I would argue that Jesus and David Silva, there's a 70-80% chance of them starting. So yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm going to be going into this game week with those particular players, and I'll be happy with that. And there it is up on screen right now. So I wasn't going to do this free hit. I was going to be doing Pulisic in for Martial originally. But then all this noise about certain players being benched and everything, and I just thought, I've got to get on Chelsea. It'd probably end up Norwich winning tonight, but I can't see it. I just can't. Norwich are absolutely useless. But let's get into the chat. Let's just see what certain people are saying. Let's just find out. Semi-sweet potato saying, Azpilicueta to Digne and get Willian. Yeah, there's a very, 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 very good chance that I'll do that. Very good chance that I may be doing that. I'm looking at Digne, but Everton. I'm not looking like I'd do that, to be honest with you. I really don't think I will. MSK saying, shall I do a -8 to get Pulisic, Ings and Jesus in and take out Mahrez, Vardy and Jimenez? I'll captain in Pulisic or Jesus. -8. -8. Mahrez rotation risk potentially. Vardy, good chance of scoring against Sheffield United. Jimenez against Burnley, but gets his usual standard single-digit return. God, that's so tough, MSK. I would say that if I was to do predictions for what Pulisic, Ings and Jesus get, I would argue that Pulisic, a very high chance of a goal and an assist. So basically a double-digit return from Pulisic. I'd expect Ings to get something, so let's just give them a goal. Jesus definitely get his standard goal. So is it worth it? Yes, it is. Go for it. Show me the Mane. Steve, will you be getting Sky or BT Sport next season so you can watch more games? Basically, the answer is no, because I can't afford it. But, the way that the members are going at the moment, it's down to money at the end of the day. I've personally, the one thing that always sticks in my mind is regarding yourself, is that basically you said that the reason why you do so well is that you watch a lot of games. And I'm thinking to myself, Mane's right. Mane is right. I do think that watching games helps a lot. Because it kind of justifies your picks. So for example, okay, I didn't watch the game, but when I saw the Sterling hat-trick, when I saw it, after being a bit annoyed when I saw that he just got a hat-trick without seeing the goals, when I actually saw the goals and the third one went in, I just laughed. I genuinely just laughed because it was just like, that's ridiculous. That is legitimately ridiculous. Like, you couldn't make it up. The way that happened, it just like, oh, it's in. Oh, brilliant. I've got a hat-trick. Just hilarious. And there are certain other things that I would never have been able to see that I've been able to and that I've acted on. For instance, Pulisic. Now, I'm not going to repeat the same old line, but I was banging on the Pulisic drum before he became popular based on what I'd seen. And surprise, surprise, he goes and does what he does. The reason why I captain Martial is because of what I've heard / saw of Martial being taken off. There was another player, Salah, when I captained Salah versus whoever it was and he got 11 points. It was against Crystal Palace. And he couldn't play, wasn't he? He couldn't play, but he looked really, really angry and frustrated that he couldn't come on. And I thought he's going to tear the next team up. And I think it was Crystal Palace. So I thought, you know what? Get it on him. Get the captaincy on him. And in answer to a question to Phil saying that is this captain on Salah locked? Yeah, it is. It's pretty much, I'm about 75-80% certain it will be on him. I'm happy doing it. In fact, I'll tell you what, show me the money, or anybody that is actually listening to this that's interested. I really do implore, and it won't happen, I really do implore that whoever the governing bodies are to make football free. Certain games anyway. I think the success of this Project Restart has been football being free on telly. I think that it's a goodwill gesture from the TV companies. They make a shed load of money anyway. And they're probably, ironically, they'd make even more money. That's the irony. And if they could actually show the quality of what they can give you for their free stuff, then people are going to be like, well, if you're providing me with this quality, then I'm going to have to get on board with your subscription, because then I know that the other games that are bigger and better and more important are going to be of the same standard. So why wouldn't I pay for it? So I think they may be missing a trick there. It won't happen. I'm fully aware it won't happen. There'll be no Premier League on BBC, on Pitt TV, no chance. Or Amazon Prime. I really do think these companies should look into it from a PR point of view. I really do think they should do so. And yeah, I've really enjoyed being able to watch the games. Even, for example, watching Burnley has been a real joy, in the sense of like, okay, their games have been absolutely terrible and it's been frustrating, but it's just enjoyable, able to put names to faces, faces to names. I don't have time to be going on the internet or anything, and this, as me and Jason always say, like this is my only time that I go on the laptop, for example, and all that malarkey. It's very rare that I go on the internet and stuff and being able to research everything. I just find that being able to watch matches really does help with my decision making, and I think maybe that could be an answer as to why I've done okay since the restart. I've done okay. Not been miracles, nothing incredible. I've been very unlucky. I think I'm not going to lie. I think I have actually been unlucky with some of my captaincies, specifically with Salah. Just for one simple example, hitting the post against Man City. That game could have been a different story if he had scored that. Okay, wasn't on target, fair enough. And there was another captaincy that Kevin De Bruyne. I know that everybody pretty much captained anyway, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, ironically, the two successful captaincy picks I have done has been through just me just going, he looks hungry, stick it on him. No thought. It's a bit like with this free hit team. I know Zimmy has just said that the team looks good, Steve-O. That coming from number one in the James Bang Mini League. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks fine. And I think that, when I was listening to, and this isn't against anything then, but when I was listening to the Planet FPL pod, Then I went onto their Patreon poll and I'm just like listening to. I'm sick to death of listening to about football now. Like I love their review stuff and everything about the actual matches, but when it came to the FPL stuff, I was like, turn it off. I'm not interested. I'm just bored of talking. I said it on a members video. I'm saying it now. I'm just a bit bored of FPL content. I think I'm just. I apologise who it was. Oh, here we are, Mr. Blue Nathan, Mr. Timestamps. Don't overthink it. It looks good. Precisely. You know, you listen to so much convoluted information. I know Andy, Let's Talk FPL, has been having a laugh on Twitter about it, and it's so true. The amount of people going on and on and on about the Man City rotation, you know exactly what's going to happen here. He's going to play exactly the same team that played against Brighton. You just know it. Minus, you know, whoever. You just know it. We can all make a calculated guess as to who's going to be starting or anything, but the reality is that it's going to be predominantly the same team as what played against Bournemouth. And you just know that people like me that have got in David Silva, Jesus, David Silva probably won't start, although I think he will, because he didn't play the other day. And I think there's some kind of pattern or something like that regarding if a player doesn't play, they're guaranteed to start the next game or something like that. So all this over information, I think what makes it even worse as well is that because the games are coming so thick and fast, there's so much information out there that's just like completely blinding me, and I'm just like, I'm not listening to it. I can't be bothered. I'll listen to people like that I genuinely want to listen to. Like, I want to hear their opinion on it, but that's about as far as it goes. I don't like all this garbage about, read this thread about why I think Kevin De Bruyne has a chance of starting. Oh, shut up. Christ's sake. But anyway, that's why the team in front of you now, it's like, you know what? Get on Chelsea. They're playing Norwich. Norwich are awful. They're awful. So I think they're going to win 3 or 4-0, 3 or 4-1. I'll happily bring in 3 players. Liverpool, I expect them to beat Arsenal comfortably, based on the fact that Arsenal looked leggy against Tottenham. Defensive lapses. And Liverpool looked at... It's like James said on Planet FPL yesterday. He said, on another day, Liverpool could have been 3 or 4-0 up at half-time exactly. Would have been a different story. It would have been a completely different story. And that's why I think, like, captaining players that look really hungry for it, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Someone like Antonio, like I say, I'm someone that believes in, like, fate. And you just know, like, quite a few people may captain Antonio just for a laugh. And it's a Monday night footballer. Like I say, I'm only picking him because I've got such a luxury of picking who I want. Another luxury that I was genuinely thinking of doing was a 3-4-3. By getting rid of Antonio, putting in Hayden for argument's sake. Going with a 3-4-3 and actually having Giroud, Ings and Jesus up front. Pulisic, David Silva, Salah, Fernandes. Basically this 4-man midfield. But go Digne, Azpilicueta and Alexander-Arnold. That's what I was kind of considering. That was something I was looking at as well. But it really is all coming down to the Chelsea team news tonight. The Chelsea team news is like just like a bunch of kids playing, which I can't see that being the case. Then because I think again Lampard didn't look happy, and he knows that this Norwich game is a gift. And you don't You don't look a gift horse in the mouth or something. Well, this is a gift horse, and not only am I not going to be looking at a gift horse, I'm expecting Chelsea to do all right. I was tempted actually by putting the captaincy on Pulisic if I was going to take out Antonio. This was just for the transfers and put in Pulisic for Antonio and that's it. But I think that no, I'd rather free hit because the week after I've got some decent fixtures with the team that I'm coming back with, and then the week after that the final day of the season, I'm looking at just using the triple captaincy, and I'm probably going to go with a Norwich. Yeah, I'll go with a Norwich player. I'll go with Buendia. So yeah, in a very, very long-winded way, show me the money. That's why I kind of enjoy the football, but I can't afford to get Sky or BT at the moment. Garav, reasons for captaining Salah this week. Arsenal just look crap. That's as simple as I can get. They just look rubbish. And you know what? What is it? The rule in FPL. The rule is, if in doubt, captain Salah. And the last time I did it, he scored 11 points. That's all I can say. The last time I did it, he scored 11 points. Because I don't feel confident in captain anybody there. I mean, the new rule is probably actually, if in doubt, captain Fernandes. Don't know, there was something like Fernandes last night. Something about Fernandes last night. Sweet Potato saying there's absolutely no pressure. I'd love it if we put in a shift in the cup though. Who do you support, Sweet Potato? Yeah, Phil saying I like the team. Would be better with Giroud instead of double Chelsea defence. Yeah, that would be a 3-4-3. Yeah, I do think that. I know there's somebody, I think it's Late Riser, that thinks that Buendia could be in for a bit of fun there. And the Tourist Nerd, how many will Chelsea concede tonight? I don't think they'll concede any. Alexander Shaw, mine has been, if in doubt, a man you're at home, Captain Saucio. I'm sure you mean Martial. Surely you mean Martial there. Mac in reply to the Notorious Nerd, I'm expecting 2. Zuma. Sizemone, don't go Alonso, mate. He is awful. If he starts tonight, I'm getting him in. Just for that potential of that double whatchamacallit? Double digit scoreline. Sterling for Kevin De Bruyne. I'm on a -4. Huh? No. Bilal, Kevin De Bruyne captain being overlooked. Well, you're doing really well in the mini league at the moment. If you think that, stick it on him. That's all I will say. Stick it on him. Because I think potentially you are right. All this talk about rotation for Man City, you just know that it's going to be pretty much a full strength team. Like I say, David Silva may come in for, I don't know, Mahrez or whatever. I don't know, but it'd be just like the 2 or 3 changes, despite the fact that, I'm talking 2 or 3 changes for the front 6 or 7. I think the majority of the changes will be in defence, personally. What did someone just said it just there actually about Norwich conceding lots from corners? It was there we are. Show me the money. Norwich do concede a hell of a lot of goals from set pieces, precisely. Do I really want to get? I mean, Suj was saying about Antonio. He's got his points now. Don't bother. Don't bother bringing him in. He's got his points. And you know what? I'm the same. Fire Talk, actually, funny enough, you've convinced me to free hit. You're the one that convinced me. I know that sounds really weird, but you were the one that convinced me, because last night you said you had your... I was about to say last night you had your Fire Talk. Last night you said you had free hit and bench boost, is that right? And I was just thinking, when the hell are you going to use your bench boost in the next 3? And for me personally, I just think personally this is the best time to bench boost. Free hit, personally. And that's why I've done it, because of you. So we're both thinking alike here. Anurag, am I the only... Anurag, the new member? Cheers, dude. Am I the only one here who's banking transfer and going with almost same team with few bench and starting lineup switches for this game week? Maybe. I mean, if your team's good enough, there's nothing wrong with banking a transfer. We've only got 3 game weeks left, and you're going to be wanting to... And Notorious, no, Martial passed the eye test in recent game. Maybe a safe pick versus that Palace defence. He's rubbish away from home. That's my only issue with Martial. He just doesn't seem to do anything away. There's a chance he'll score. There's a very high chance. But I just think there are better options, from my point of view, that are going to do better than Martial. That's all it is. Alexander Shaw, Martial rarely has bad games as a number 9. He just doesn't score as much away. Oh, well, we just repeated precisely what I've just said. Dara Brosnan, Captain Jesus Fernandez or Ings, just for fun. Or Ings, just for fun. You know what? Stevie Jackson, who's 9,000th in the world, he said last night he's going to be captaining Danny Ings. Why not copy him? Go with Danny Ings. Go for it. Jesus is an excellent option. Versus, what's his face? Bournemouth. Greg Unmansky saying, is James definitely going to play? Well, all I will say is that wait for the team news. Team news tonight. I'll be definitely there. I'll be definitely waiting on that. I saw Willian or Alonso / James wait on team news tonight. Mr. Blue Nathan, Steve, I'm hoping you don't give the old Steve-O curse to Giroud this game. Mate, this whole free... In fact, someone on Twitter, it was either who got the assist or whoever else it was that said, which players are going to score the highest this game week? And my reply was, whoever isn't on my free hit team. So let's just, for a bit of fun, so anybody that's watching this, in fact, Stevie Jackson, I know I called you out the last time. I'm going to call you out again. I did chuckle because it's true that you said that when you listen into my streams, you just basically go against whatever captain I'm going to be going with. And let's have a bit of fun here. So I'm going with a free hit team here of 3 Man City, 3 Chelsea. Okay, so what will happen is Man City will concede tonight. Chelsea will concede tonight. Pulisic won't start. He'll come on for like a 30-minute cameo. David Silva, he'll play, but he'll do nothing in a 2-1 win. Salah will blank against Arsenal. Fernandes will do his usual thing of getting an assist versus Crystal Palace. Antonio, he'll do nothing because he's just gone and got his double-digit haul. In fact, he scored the majority of his goals in one game that he would do across a season. Danny Ings, he'll get a goal versus Brighton. And Jesus, he'll probably... do nothing either. So you're completely right, Mr. Blue Nathan. Jude Jenkins, Willian on Antonio. Go with Willian. It's the safe. I like the option. I think that West Ham versus Watford is going to be a really drab game. HRJ77, David Silva to be my captain. What's your say? Right, so I'm not going to reveal this, but there is a pattern. I put on Twitter the other day that basically, Notorious Nerds, you're 3,000th in the world. Wow, well done, mate. Well done to you. So I put up on Twitter the other day that it was just a piece of paper, had a load of numbers on. In fact, here it is. Here it is here. It's not a piece of paper, it's just in a book, but whatever. So I put this up on Twitter the other day. Now, you're not going to be able to see any of this. It's all this writing numbers, all this nonsense here. And let's just put it this way. These patterns have still continued into this game week. So all I can say to you, David Silva captain, don't bother, is all I will say to that, based on the patterns that I've noticed. What happened to Jimenez's wife having a baby? Yeah, precisely. She was supposed to have it last week, wasn't it? She's still there. Gregor Mansky, you're from Australia. Blimey, we got another Australian one. I was going to be considering doing a breakfast show at 5 o'clock this morning, but I couldn't due to circumstances. Daniel Jarmain is saying Alonso will outscore Pulisic. Well, we'll find out tonight. We will find out tonight. Alexander Charm, I'm tempted to captain Ings too. It's between him and Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah. What is it with Brighton though? What was it about Brighton that tells you that Danny Ings is going to do well against them? Big did. Giroud is definitely going to start over Aaron. We'll find out from our mate Rockstar. Original saying the usual optimistic Steve-O. I keep making this point. I'm useless at fantasy football, so why would I be optimistic? Bilal, Steve-O, the pattern spot. The thing is, Bilal, is that I have noticed this pattern and it's worked. It genuinely has worked. The only problem with the pattern is that it really does put the fear of God into taking out certain players or not captaining certain players. And it's like, well, it suggests this here. And then, it did happen in the end. I better not do that because that player will do the... it's worked out. And it just keeps kind of working itself out. Mr. Blue Nathan, this game week is bad for Australians to get early leak news, staying up to 4 a.m. to see if Giroud or Abraham starts. Someone's just reminded me, it was James Drury from FPL Surgery, and I was just nodding and agreeing. And he said about leaked team news, how it's ruining fantasy football, and he said it, his co-host said it, and I agree. I think it's I think it's some of the joys of what fantasy football used to be like was the not knowing, and yes, you could argue that actually this is just part of the game, that getting to know the early team news, that whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, helps out people that are on the ball or not. But for me, I want people, like for people like me right now, it's like I don't want to know the league team news, so I've got to go with my own feeling here, and it's like, oh no, Reece James doesn't start. It's actually so and so. Oh, Giroud isn't starting. Actually, it's Abraham, which means that Chelsea aren't as good. I don't know, but all I will say is that I don't like the league team news personally. I mean, it benefits me, but I think it. I'll give you an example. Actually, the other week, it was the Wolves team news against Aston Villa, and James was doing his Ask James on Planet FPL, and they found out the team news that Traore wasn't starting. So basically, he put Traore on the bench and played Danny Ings the whole week. He was going to be benching Danny Ings, and then he finds out that Traore's not starting, so he plays Danny Ings and benefits from Danny Ings, and it's just like, again, you know, he's got the news there. But if he didn't know this, he would have started Traore and got the 1 point or whatever it was from Traore, and Danny Ings sat on his bench. You know, it is a bit frustrating. These things happen, but again, it benefits people like me. Big Did saying Giroud to definitely start over Abraham. Like I said, ironically, stay tuned for that that team news tonight. And Notorious Nerd, doesn't the Sky Fantasy Game deadline come after the team news? Yeah. Oh, the Sky, I believe my understanding is that Sky, you can choose a team up to literally a minute before the game kicks off. So, a Notorious Nerd, I got burnt by the leaked team news hearing Barnes would start and he didn't in game week 32 plus. I don't quite understand how that got burnt from the leaked team news. Vince saying, why Salah over Sterling? Just for the simple fact that I think that Sterling may be rested. That's it. That's all it is. And I just think that Salah could expose Arsenal this game week. I really do. And like I say, I'm a believer in fate. And I just think that the chances of, well, there is no chance of Sterling repeating himself. Nah. I've got Man City coverage anyway in Jesus. In fact, to be honest with you, if I could, I could do Sterling in for David Silva, go with get rid of whoever, maybe make funds to that, is what I would say. MSK, who to captain from Kevin De Bruyne, Pulisic and Jesus? Of those three, Pulisic, because I said that I was going to be doing that in the first place. Vince saying that now you've convinced me to go with Sterling captain. No worries, my friend. No worries. FPL Youssef. FPL should allow transfers to be made till just before the ref blows the whistle. I think maybe a minute before the game kicks off. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's what I would do. Good afternoon, Shane24. Hello, everybody. Hello there. Mac, I'm going Captain Foden, but I still might switch to Sterling. Do it. I think this is a free week because specifically this game week is one of those weeks where there's going to be a lot of differential captaincies. And I think the majority of people have the same players. I think it's worth taking those punts on a captaincy this week, a differential captaincy for some people. If you want to try something different, and Chelsea versus Norwich, I don't want to keep saying it, but it's a gift horse in the mouth. Pulisic. I may even do it. based on patterns. But like I say, I'm pretty set on Salah. To be honest with you, I'm pretty happy with going with that, which may or may not pay off. It is Arsenal at the end of the day. I am predicting 3-1 to Arsenal, personally. A random junkie, Kevin De Bruyne or Mane out for a -4. Who to get in? I don't know why. I have this feeling Mane might do something this game week. But I would, if you were set on getting rid of one of those two, I'd be looking at a Chelsea asset, Pulisic, Willian, one of the two. That's what I'd be thinking. MSK, I think Sterling will be rested ahead of the FA Cup. This is what I like about this particular game week. No one knows. FPL Anderson, Raheem Sterling versus Bournemouth scored 8 out of 9 appearances. There's your history. Go for it, FPL Anderson. Stick your captaincy on him. Pay to pie. I'm captaining Foden and have fallen outside the top 50,000. Ouch. Marco Rebello. I'm captaining Mane. He's out of form. He's not looking great. And you're going to captain him. Even though I've just said that I think he may turn up this game week. But ooh, semi-sweet potato is struggling to decide between Jesus and Ings. Should I get both for a hit? Vardy will be sold. Yeah, do it. And the Saurus Nerd, do you think Liverpool are suffering the absence of Henderson's leadership and on the beach? The simple answer is there's no coincidence that when Henderson doesn't play, Liverpool seem to suffer. So there's probably read what you're willing to that, but yeah, probably agree with you there. Yeah, there's a lot of things actually, FPL Youssef, that this particular game could learn from regarding, in your case, Bundesliga allows transfers to be made just before kick-off first game. I agree. There's a lot that can be made of this. Shashwat Trivedi saying, Foden over Sterling for this game week. I'm free hitting. No, I don't like that personally. I'd take Sterling over Foden. If you're free hitting, why not have both? Sterling, Foden and Jesus. Sterling for those two plus. Zimmy saying, thoughts on Burnley attacker Steve? Well, listening, as a Burnley fan, I can only say this, when it comes to the last couple of games, Dyche seems to let the shackles off a bit. I think against Wolves we're going to play the usual game of a back four and then another back four and then a back two. So it's just 10 players behind the ball and we're not going to want to lose. But I honestly do think that versus, who is it? Norwich, I think it's going to be a bit of fun. It will let the shackles off. And against Brighton at home, and I think that agreeing with James, Chris Wood or Jay Rodriguez could be the two players to get on. One of the two. Whichever one you choose, they're going to score similar, but probably Chris Wood. If I was to pick one of the two, probably Chris Wood. But because I just find that, talking of Show Me the Mane saying about watching games, it's for me, it's Jay Rodriguez he gets a lot of chances, he gets them on target, but there's just something that says that he won't score many goals, whereas Chris Wood, he'll just get something out of nowhere. And I think that, Chris Wood for a 2 week punt. I think certainly get Chris Wood in for those two games against Norwich and Brighton. I may even do the same. It's unlikely, but depending on how Greenwood plays, but he was very, very quiet last night. He was completely anonymous last night. Completely anonymous. I wouldn't worry, Youssef, that you're concerned that you haven't got Salah or Mane. I really, really wouldn't. Yeah, Mr. Blue Nathan saying, be careful with Vardy supporting Sheffield Wednesday, albeit I'm also transferring him out this game. He'll score. Mark Antigua, I got 61 points thanks to Martial, captain in the end. Oh, Alexander Shaw. I back that defence, their defence and keeper for Burnley. Hashtag Pope Gang. Yeah, oh yeah. I think that for me, I'm definitely going to be getting in a Burnley defender, and I'll be definitely bringing in. Well, sorry, I'll definitely be bringing a defender, but also potentially bringing Chris Wood. Certainly, I agree with that. Shashwat saying Jesus, Sterling, David Silva, or is Foden a must? Well, I don't think Foden's a must, but I certainly think that of those three, out of Jesus, Sterling, and David Silva, I'd probably still pick Sterling out of fear. And Mark Antigua, all the best this week. I'm open, so we're rooting for you, Steve. I'm bloody well open, so I'd love it if I did really well in that. Whatchamacallit? James Bang Mini League. It'd be fantastic. It'd be so good if I did it. Captaining Vardy. Alexander Choi saying, screw it, I'm captaining my gut and I'm captaining Vardy. Anish is going to be captaining Sterling again. It's a good choice. It's a very, very good choice. In fact, let's just see if I could. Right, so get rid of... Let's just go for the transfer page, because I'd love it if I could get in... I haven't got nothing against Sterling. The reason why I haven't got him on my team isn't because I don't want him in my team. It's because I just can't fit him in a 3-5-2. However, in a 3-4-3... Let's just see. Get rid of James for a second. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of the cells. Let's get rid of Wan-Bissaka for a second. Let's just see, shall we? If I can get Sterling in. I still wouldn't be captaining him, by the way. This is just for coverage. This would be a 3-4-3. Giroud. Oh, wrong menu. Let's just check out Giroud, shall we? Because I'm looking at the wrong thing. You're an idiot. Let's see if I could go 3-4-3, because I do think strikers this week have a really, really, really good opportunity to do well. No, I've hit the wrong button because it's a stupid laptop. Oh, if this was a members video, well, you would have seen me last night, actually, on the members video, swearing about not being able to get Discord up. Flaming hell. Oh, let's start again, shall we? Right, Greenwood out. David Silva out. Wan-Bissaka out. Lascelles out. James out. Right, let's start again. Put in Sterling. Wherever he is. So typical, he's not even up in the top scoring midfielders. Right. Done. So there's Sterling. I'll get rid of Antonio. So, all players. Chelsea. Giroud. Stick him in a 3-4-3. 6.7 he is. Then go up to... get rid of Azpilicueta. Let's just say, for argument's sake, Alonso does start tonight. So let's just stick him in as well. Get a 4.3 midfielder. In fact, let's just put Wan-Bissaka in. Yeah, restore player. That'll be my back three. Them three there. Let's just say, for argument's sake, stick him in. Nah, it's looking a bit ropey, that. It's looking a bit ropey, that. Let's just quickly check out a Newcastle. Whoever it is, I've forgotten his name. Hayden. Just for argument's sake, just stick him in. He's 4.3. Oh, he's not even playing. Oh, you can't make that up, can you? Okay, let's just put him in for argument's sake then. Matthew Longstaff. 4.5. That leaves me with 2.4 to spend. I'll just get rid of him. Just needs a bit of tinkering around, doesn't it? But It's tempting. It is tempting, but I'm pretty, like I say, it's the usual line. I'm pretty set with what I'm going to be doing with anyway, and we'll find out tonight, basically. That's what it is. We will find out tonight what I end up doing, but I honestly think that what will end up happening is James will be removed for Alonso, and that'll be it. That'll be the team there. And it's a free hit at the end of the day. No, there's only so many players I can get in. Random junkie saying, I think I'll hold Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, Bilal saying, I do like Sterling's hero, but go with your initial team thoughts, because whenever I go against my gut personally, it seems to always backfire. Precisely. I can't be bothered to be doing this classic thing of, oh yeah, Zimmy, exactly. This is precisely the thing. Zimmy saying, imagine if David Silva bags a hat-trick now. I'm expecting David Silva to do all right, actually. But, yeah, that's the thing, and that's why I'm pretty much happy with this team here. I agree with MSK. There's a chance that Norwich can score. There's a chance. Gunjan saying, David Silva, captain, brother. Go for it. I'm personally not interested based on patterns, but... A random junkie saying, I would get rid of Kevin De Bruyne if I had a free transfer. Really? Last week, legitimately, I was going to be getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne for Sterling for a -4, but I didn't want to bother doing it. Ha! Oh my goodness. That's incredible. Stevie Jackson. Hi, Steve-O. Are you captain in Salah? It's just I was going to go Ings. We were just talking about you 5 minutes ago. But I decided this morning I'm going Salah. Well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news, Stevie. The good news is that I was talking about the fact that last night you said that you were going to be going with Danny Ings captain. I was just like, fair enough. He knows what he's doing. He's 9,000th in the world. And I also mentioned the fact that whatever I do, you do the opposite. I am going to be going Salah captain. That's a lock. So if I'm in your company, then... No, that's fantastic. Do it. Just go with Salah. I captained Martial last night. I'd already captained him. I did joke on my members stream that unlucky, mate. That's you failed. So Dan's here. Afternoon, Dan. There's not 128 people watching this, is there? Blimey. Garav saying, had it not been Salah, who would you captain this week? Genuinely? Pulisic. That is the truth. That, in fact, before I decided to do a free hit, my initial transfer reaction was Pulisic in for Martial and captain Pulisic. That's what I was planning on doing. That was my initial reaction, just get it done. But then I just thought, I need 3 Chelsea attackers. I'm happy with my team moving forward. So I don't want to keep boring everybody about this, but the team moving forward after this free hit. So Norwich v Burnley, I've got no assets. You've then got Bournemouth versus Southampton. Danny Ings away at Bournemouth. Yes, please. Spurs Leicester, nothing. Brighton Newcastle, nothing. Sheffield United Everton, nothing. Wolves Crystal Palace, double Wolves defence. I'll take that. Watford Man City. Well, I've got Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, and that's it from Man City. But even then, I'm going with probably Martial captain versus West Ham. So really, I'm all set for the following game week, and then in game week 38, we're not that far away. We're not that far away from game week 38. 26th of July. It's just a question of who do I triple captain, and I could just be really, really ballsy and just go, you know what? I'm going to go with a Man City triple captain on Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, maybe even triple. If the boat race, if the golden boot race comes down to the wire, if Salah catches him up against you lot, Dan, you never know. I may just whack it on Salah versus Newcastle. I think that could be a bit of fun. I think that Newcastle may actually have a laugh with this, and I think that certainly it's worth doing. I think it's certainly worth doing. Very good, very, very good. But yeah, I'm pretty set with my team. The only reason why I was going to free hit in 38 was because of all the leaked team news. But let's be real here. Like, with 5 minutes to go, with 20 teams playing, the leaked team news that I'd be wanting to hear from regarding my players would be, does Salah start? Well, of course he will. It's going to be a full team versus Newcastle, so I don't need to worry about that. Leicester, Man United are going to play a full strength because that is going to be, we say it's going to be a Champions. Oh no, it will be. Those teams have got something to play for. Chelsea have to win tonight because of obviously Man City being acquitted for the ban in Europe. So that could be again a Champions League, Champions League 4th place playoff for Man U Leicester. So Man U are going to play full strength. Yeah, there's nothing really that would come out of that game. It's just Man City, really, isn't it? And I've got Mahrez and De Bruyne, which is a very, very, very high chance of them starting versus Norwich. So I'm pretty set with my team. It's just this specific game week where it's because of the FA Cup. That's all it is. It's because of the FA Cup that it fascinates me where particular teams, Chelsea, United and City go. And I just want to go with players which I would say have got a very, very, very high chance of starting, and they are those players. And I'm just looking for the team news tonight. Yeah, Pay the Pass saying, I have a feeling Norwich will play with freedom tonight. I completely agree with you. Mr. Reed, whenever you ring me, I'm genuinely always busy. You're ringing me at moments that I'm not. Maybe you could ring me now. Get on Discord. HRJ saying, I will captain Pulisic if he starts. Do you know what? I was tempted to do it just to get the captaincy out the way. And if it fails, it fails. And then it's just at least I've got 11. Well, in this case, it will be 8 players to play. At least it'll be 8 players left for the weekend or the games ahead. And I don't need to worry about captaincy or not. Youssef Nassar saying, Captain Willian, Mane or Fernandes. Of those 3, Willian. I don't mind captaining Pulisic, but I'm thinking twice purely because it's the first fixture and never goes well. Well, I just think get it out the way. Fantasy World War is here. Welcome, pal. Morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is where you are. Where is it you're from again? Somewhere in Australia, I know it is. But yeah, Pay the Par. I mean, Norwich playing with freedom. Mr. Reed, that's genius. I had Poppy's Takeaway. So Poppy's is a very, very, very nice fish and chip shop in the borough of Camden. Beautiful. The lockdown hasn't affected their chef. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, fantastic. Basketballer Lewis. Who shall I bench out of Aurier and Saiz? Well, due to the news that Aurier will have received, Aurier, basically, I can't see him playing. Stevie Jackson saying, I always say it to my girlfriend when she rings me too. Yeah, I'm too busy. Dan, what do you think on the Arsenal game? Give us your thoughts. Arsenal v Chelsea. Alexander Jennings. Hey, Steve, I'm new, but I love the content and will be joining next year. Can't wait to join the community. Oh my goodness, yes. For anybody that doesn't know, I am... Good, Mr. Reed. Oh my God. Mr. Reed saying the chef isn't too scared to get on public transport. Well, based on my trip to the hospital this morning, and it's nothing serious, by the way. I thought I had a stress fracture. It turns out I'm okay, but I need to rest it up for a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, for anybody that watched the members video. But blimey, hospitals, don't get me started. Jesus. I was in the hospital for a total of 3 hours. I waited to be seen at, when was it? 25 past 9. In fact, no, stuff that. It was 20 to 10 I'd been seen. I'd been in the hospital since 20 past 7 in the morning. Because I thought, you know what, I'll be a bit clever here. I'll just go up early. There's a chance that I could be seen pretty quickly. It was pretty much dead. 2.5 hours later, I do a quick consultation with a doctor, which literally lasted about a minute. Sends me to X-ray. I was thinking, oh, for God's sake, it's too busy. This is going to take forever. Yeah, you're next. So went and got my X-ray. And they just said, right, you can go back to your doctor and they'll just review your results. Went back to the doctor within 30 seconds, told me what's what. I'm just thinking. So I've waited 2.5 hours for you to tell me that, which I kind of already knew. It was nice to be clarifying everything. Obviously, I need to do it for official reasons regarding time off work. But yeah, hospitals, my God. I mean, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to give you my opinion about everything that's going on because it's just not worth talking about. But paranoia or what? I mean, I work in retail. I mean, if you don't want to be working with people, I think retail is probably one of the worst places to be going in. Hospitals, I mean, they must be the cleanest. I've never seen a cleaner. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I fully appreciate the fact that this has to be done. I'm not thick, but I've never seen a cleaner clean a bin so sufficiently in my life. I was just like, what's got to be done? Put your mask on your face and your nose, please, before you speak to me. Okay, fair enough. In fact, this will make everybody laugh, whether you care or not. Okay, I'll put my mask on. What's your name? It's then I say my name. Let's just say my name's Steve-O. What was that? Steve-O. Sorry, I can't hear you. It's Steve-O. Right, okay, thank you. Anyway, I get it. By the way, I get it. It's just mental. Just utterly mental. Anyway. But yes, Alexander, enjoy. There is going to be a lot more members content. I'm not going to lie. I prefer doing members content. It's more enjoyable. I'm looking forward to doing my first... Well, I don't know when I'll be doing it. Don't ask me when I'm going to be doing it. But I think the basic plan will be for myself and Jason to basically, rather than doing these impromptu, rather than making a public YouTube live stream impromptu, I think what we'll do is we'll make our members only live streams impromptu only, and the structured shows, for argument's sake, I don't know, Saturday, some form of covering the 3 p.m. games like we used to. Then we got Sunday surgery, and then on, I don't know, Thursday we do a preview show, and maybe on Monday or Tuesday we do a look back over the weekend, like a review show. So that's 4 guaranteed shows, and then members videos, we do whatever we want, just impromptu ones, or just actually advertise that we're going to be doing live streams and everything, but not put it out to the public. But I think I just love what Jason said the other day about. We've already spoke about the member stuff, and if anybody wants to know any more information regarding member stuff, please contact myself or Jason or one of the moderators, but preferably myself or Jason via Discord, basically. And it is going to be really, really fun, Alex Jennings, for that, I can assure you. Yes, FPL Anderson. So, as we all know, we had the Champions League, the Elite FPL Champions League, and basically, very good friend of the show. Unfortunately, can barely join us these days. He's just really busy with work, etc. It's Andy, aka Resi Desi, and we all remember this. It was the Champions League tournament that our very own Daily Llama and Firetog set up, and it was won by Resi Desi. An absolute incredible achievement. Last night he beat Block FPL. I think when Block FPL came on, he joked that he needed. Here we are. Right, I can bring it up on screen actually. Let's just let's show you guys what we've got, shall we? And of course, it won't come up on screen yet. Hold on a minute. I will definitely bring this up on screen. Do not panic, everybody. I will bring up on screen. I'll be able to show you specifically what happened. But yeah, Resi Desi won. He beat Block FPL. Block FPL needed a miracle. We needed what's his face, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, to get him 4 goals. It was nigh on impossible for him to do so. And Resi Desi, I think they had the same captain as well, I believe. And yeah, it was. I mean, I'm stating the blinking obvious to everybody here. But if I can just bring it up on screen now, here we are. Hopefully this will be, it should be big enough. The big reveal. I've closed down the wrong one. Hey, there we go. I'll make it a bit smaller actually so you can all see. Yeah, from Firetog, but this is from everybody. Congratulations to Resi Desi for winning the 2019-2020 Elite FPL Champions League. He beat Block FPL by 16 points? Yeah, he got 60 points. Block FPL got 44. So yeah, a trophy will be winging its way from Daily Llama to Resi Desi across the land. He lives in Ireland. Hello there, Steve-O. How's it going, mate? How's it going? That's basically my impression of Resi Desi. When he first came on, I remember, hello there, Steve-O. How's it going, mate? Yeah, not bad. Anyway, so yeah, congratulations. Congratulations to Resi Desi, basically. Well done, pal. Hope to beat you next year. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Youssef Nasser saying, do I sell... I'm assuming you mean Mane. Do I sell Mane and buy Sterling? Yes. Stevie Jackson. I'm 100... You see, this is when I will do this, right? So Stevie's saying, I'm 100% going Salah. If he scores, I could easily go from... You're 3,000th now. Are you? What? Whoa, you have had a big rise. What? What the hell? You were 9,000th. Whoa, well done. Well done, mate. 3,492nd. Oh, congratulations. Well done. Well done. That's Stevie Jackson's team up on screen. So, he's saying, he's going Salah. If he scores, I could easily go from his rank now into the top 3,000 as he won't be capped. Mate, the people in the top, I'm telling you now. Okay, right, let's just say, for argument's sake, right, of the top, not even that, the top 4,000, right, of those 4,000, I would argue that 3,000 are active and playing properly. And the ones with perma captains, they're going to be on Salah or Kevin De Bruyne or Fernandez as perma captains. So go for it, mate. I would expect you to have won all your mini leagues, or however seriously you take these mini leagues and everything. I would expect you now to be going, you know what, hell with it. In fact, why don't I just check? I can check your mini leagues, can't I? So, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. So apart from the Elite FPL one, which I'm near you, by the way. You're number one in all of them. In fact, ironically, of the Elite FPL ones, you're 22nd in that one, although I think top spot's like, oh no. Well, let's find out. Who's top in the Elite FPL one? He is 195th in the world, yeah, precisely. I won't worry about him. I honestly, as rubbish, as useless as I am at FPL, I think we got 3 game weeks left. Go for it. You've got to go differential, not stupid differential like, I don't know, for argument's sake, captaining Troy Deeney in your team or captaining Greenwood. That went well, G-Wiz. But I was shocked G-Wiz captaining Greenwood last night. He always plays it safe, and what I mean by safe is like goes with the usual popular captaincy pick, which would have been Fernandes last night. That would have been a nice safe pick. But he went Greenwood, the player that he wanted to captain the week before. But anyhow, yeah, Stevie, I think that you should captain Salah, honestly. I think it's a nice, comfortable pick there. I really do. Morning, Vish. Morning, pal. There's a fire talk's come in here. I know Llama's here. Llama, afternoon. Are you going to be correcting my audio as well? Very good, Mr. Reed. Very good. I'm not going to read it out though, because some people may find that offensive. But let me just swig this water, and then I'm going to reveal Firetog's team. So Firetog's team is coming. In fact, have you posted your team in team screenshots, Firetog? Because that would make it a lot more easier for me just to put it up on screen and be able to show everybody what you've done. Because it's just a lot easier for me to bring it up on screen, and it'd be nice to see. But I'll read it out anyway. This is Firetog's free hit team. Pope, very good choice. TAA, Digne, Alonso. This looks a bit like my team, Firetog. You're going to do rubbish like me. Salah and Mane. What makes you go with double Liverpool? Pulisic, David Silva, Foden, Giroud and Jesus. It's all differential picks. I like it. Jesus, Giroud, Foden, David Silva, Alonso, Digne. I like it. Mane. I like it. I think it's good. It's nice and differential. Hello there, Kinyanjua Kamwa. Afternoon, pal. He says hello to everybody. Llama about the dentist. How's he going to take his mask off while they do with his teeth? Zimmy, so to become a member, I thought you were a member. To become a member, basically on the YouTube app, there'll be a title which says join. So you click join, and then I'm assuming it just takes you through the various things. Just to be honest with you, there's 2 options, $1.99 or $4.99, and let's be honest here, 99.9% of the time, I think going with the $1.99 is probably going to get you more bang for your buck. The $4.99 one, I mean, I'm not going to be a member, but I think that people like Vish, as I can see up on screen now, Firetog, Some of the guys that are paying the $4.99, basically they get this little badge again. Jason's the one to speak to actually about the memberships, but I think that moving forward, I think for the $1.99, it's going to be worth £2 a month. Basically, I think you're going to have some fun. I want some feedback. I can't blink and access it, would you believe? But I need some feedback on last night's stream. If anybody watched, actually, if any members are here now that watched my stream, me watching the Man United game while listening to Jason's stream, if anybody's here now, there's anybody's a member that's watched it, just let me know what you thought of it. Bilal, for everybody with captain questions, just go with your initial thoughts on captain, even though I don't have one. Yeah, I agree. Vish is going with Foden captain. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a goal this week. He's been missing some really easy chances, and he's up against Bournemouth. Go for it. Ibrahim saying Martial, Pulisic or Jesus. Christ. Well, I was going to bring in Pulisic for Martial, so Martial's gone. So Pulisic or Jesus. That's so tough. Probably Jesus, because I think they'll score more than Chelsea. Oh, that's a nice one. Vignesh saying, shall I have Pulisic and a Chelsea defender or Pulisic and Giroud? Well, I've got that same dilemma as well. And I am going with, as it stands right this split second, I'm going with 2 Chelsea defenders. But there's a chance that I may go 3-4-3 and go with Giroud. There's a chance. Get rid of Antonio. I think there's a very, 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 very high chance that I'm going to get rid of Antonio, bring in Giroud, get rid of these two here, Reece James and Azpilicueta. If Alonso starts, get an Alonso and have Wan-Bissaka for argument's sake, or Digne for argument's sake. But it may actually be Wan-Bissaka because Everton I don't really trust from a clean sheet point of view, personally. Archie, how many minutes do you think David Silva will get? 70? Oh, Clement LaRue, I haven't seen that name for years. If you had a triple captaincy, would you play it this week? Playing free hit 38. Oh, I've got the same dilemma. Right, so again, for the triple captaincy, I agree with a lot of other FPL channels that basically say, it's a bit like, well, let's just name them, Andy, let's talk FPL, James, Planet FPL. They just say, just whoever you're captaining, just stick the triple captaincy on instead, because they're just the same game weeks, it's not double game weeks. Now then, the most popular captaincies this week are going to be a Chelsea player. Would you put a triple captaincy on a Chelsea player this particular game week? Possibly. Pulisic, Willian, Giroud. Man City player, risk of rotation. So do you want to risk it on putting on Sterling when there's a chance he may only get, say, 60 minutes? You could do a lot of damage in that. Salah triple captaincy. He's not really popular though. I wouldn't be doing it on that. And that's about it. So no, I wouldn't feel confident doing it in that. I'm in the same dilemma, by the way, regarding my triple captaincy. And the following week, Man City away at Watford. Possibility of a triple captaincy. Arsenal away at Aston Villa. You know what? Aubameyang triple captaincy against Aston Villa. And then Man United at home to West Ham. Triple captaincy on Fernandes. Worked out for Dreyzera. And on the final game week, well, that's when I am going to be using it on the final game week. I really am. And it's going to be almost certainly either going to be on a Man City player or Salah. One of the two. So I'm in the same dilemma as you, Clement. And I think use it on game week 38, personally. Or if you have got the bottle to do it today. Firetog saying, it's a very kind comment about the members stuff. For me, it's not about what you receive. It's for the extra £3. It's about contributing to the community. Thank you, yeah. Yeah, it's all down to how much you can afford, really. We're not, as they say, sticking a gun to your head and making anybody get the memberships. It's just the reality is that we want to put more and more time. And in fact, who the hell was it? It was it was my housemate. He said that one day, you could have your own table set up with a proper PC and everything. And I'm just thinking, yeah, I'll have to do it. I do want to do it. I do want to do a Jason setup. In fact, I'd love to do a Jason setup. He spent thousands. I mean, yeah, okay, it's his job. It's his passion. It's his hobby, whatever you want to call it. But he spent thousands on it. I haven't got thousands to spend, and it's the same with paying for Sky BT, basically paying for a sports package. I can't afford it. It's just not viable for me. But, with a certain income, with something that we do for fun. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit like I don't want to keep going on and on about them, but I do respect them a lot. It's with Planet FPL. It's like James said when they first did Patreon. Do you really think he wants to do the job that he's doing for the rest of his life? No, he wants to do this. He wants to talk football. That's why I like Planet FPL a lot, because they do just talk football. Linking it in with fantasy football is more, from my point of view, it's just more enjoyable. Fire Talk saying, what's a Sky package cost in the UK? I don't know. I'm guessing about 60, 70 quid a month. Maxwell, I'll come on to that in a second. Good question. Zimmy, I'm pretty sure I answered that question, mate. Just go on to YouTube. It says join. Honestly, it really is as simple as it gets. You just hit the join button. Zayn Hussein saying, what do you think about me putting the armband on Jesus? I think it's a great pick. I really do. Go for it. Simviation, Antonio versus Sterling. Who to pick? Sterling. Good God, not Antonio. I'm only doing Antonio because it's just a bit of interest for Monday night. He's going to blank, but oh, Jason's there. So there we are. There's the link, everybody. So Zimmy, just click that link there. Thank you, Jason. Maxwell, right, let's just say unlimited budget. Well, budget for the top 5 midfielders for a free hit suggest. Right, if I was doing a free hit without any worries about who I've got up front. In fact, let's just do it live on air. It would be top 5 this week. So Pulisic for definite. Get rid of him. I'd keep Fernandes. So Fernandes, Pulisic, Sterling, David Silva, and a Liverpool player, whether it's Salah or Mane. That's what I would be doing if I could. The fixtures for me, I think Man City, I honestly mean this, I think Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool have got the easiest of fixtures this game week. Then it's Man U away at Palace, and then it's just a lottery after that. I really do have high hopes for Liverpool against Arsenal. I could be proven completely wrong, in fact. But I'm thinking 3-1 to Liverpool personally. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Those 5 there in midfield. That's what I would choose for that. In fact, if I was to take that away, look at that. And then I could get, look, that's crazy. I could even do that. That's crazy. I could actually do that. Get Giroud in. On a 3, instead of having Jesus, I'd have Sterling and Silva, and then have Giroud up front. And then 4.6 for whatever player, whatever defender. There we are. There's a live response. So, that's who I would go with anyway. But You know, I'm never normally right. Gunjun saying he's going William captain. Nice. Echo saying he's bringing in his son on his free hit. Apparently he looked really good. Prime FPL saying I'm waiting for Gameweek 38 to use my free hit. There's going to be a lot of early team news. Well, he's doing it because of early team news. I was planning on doing that, but Vish saying if Mahrez is benched, he could come on and technically outscore Pulisic. Yeah, Vish is saying I'm waiting on team news tonight. I agree. Vince saying Man United away at Palace is a hard fixture. I agree. I'm going 2-0 to Man U. Joel H, why no Jesus? Is this your free hit team? It's not. Well, it is my free hit team, yeah. But actually, my free that's just in answers to someone's question. The actual free hit team I've done is this here. Flaming out. It's 2:00. 2:00. I should be in bed. In fact, I've just realised it's not actually that long to go until that's the free. That is the actual official free hit team there. Bits and pieces to change, but I'm pretty much set on that. I'm pretty much happy with that. I'm not really going to be changing much with that whatsoever. Giroud was tempting, but saved for a future transfer and got an Ings. Matt Henley, Mahrez and Martial to Sterling and Pulisic for a -4. I think. No, I don't think it's worth a -4. I don't think it's worth a -4 whatsoever. Mr. Balloon from the classic 1 hour stream turning into 4 hours. No, I'm going off in a minute, I can assure you. Michael Peleg, are you ready for Gameweek 38? Yeah, absolutely. Triple captain time. I'll never forget when I triple captained Vardy. And he still, he completely, it all made logical sense. And he still failed. Chef Boy saying, I still have no idea when I'm going to use my triple captain. Mate, I had no idea because I kept forgetting that we've only got 3 game weeks left. I had no idea when I was going to use my free hit. Well, I had an idea that I'd use it on Game Week 38, but I was thinking when I'm going to use my triple captaincy. So I've just used my free hit this week, and I'm using the triple captaincy on Game Week 38. Would you sell Rurida saying, would you sell Mane for Pulisic? For Pulisic or Sterling, who would you captain? What of those two? I would just have I honestly would just, because I think most people have the same players, I'd go Pulisic and captain him. I really would. If you're wanting to get rid of Mane and bring in Pulisic or Sterling because you don't own them, I'd just you're bringing in Pulisic because he's playing Norwich. Just captain him. To hell with it. FPL Anderson's got to go, but the benefits of Discord is what he's saying now. He'll be in Hangouts to talk to people to continue the conversations regarding all fantasy football. Cheers, dude. Any City defenders to choose from? I think Edison. Edison is probably your best pick. Or Garcia. Garcia will start. Garcia is almost certainly to start. Uncle Juicy TV, do you think Chelsea will pump Norwich, Steve-O? Yep, 3 or 4. I think they'll score 3 or 4. I already have Azpilicueta and Pulisic, but do you think I should add William? No. I think those two are fine. Vignesh saying, is bringing in Salah on a free hit a good choice? Bringing him in? Well, I'm captaining him. So no, I don't. Well, no, I said yes. Yeah. Do it. Echo saying, Steve-O, take out Antonio for Foden, then Edison for Kepa. No, I don't like that, mate. I don't like that at all. I don't like Kepa. I like the Chelsea defenders for their potential of attacking returns. Kepa is nearly swollen. Useless. Samrat, please suggest front 3 to go with. Well, Giroud, I think it's those two plus Giroud. So Ings, Jesus, and Giroud. In fact, I'm honestly very, very tempted to get rid of. In fact, I'm more than likely going to be getting rid of Antonio and bringing in Giroud. So basically, Antonio for Giroud. He's flaming gone and got his points now. It's Watford. It's not going to be an easy game. I'm expecting that to be 1-1 or something like that. So I just, I'm not really. I think. Do you know what? I think Giroud is going to outscore Antonio. So I'm probably going to do that. Wait until to see the team news, but I'm going to do that. I think I'm almost 90% certain I'm going to do that. Rohan, yell out your captain. I think everybody's going to be going with a City player, my friend. Matt Henley, Norwich could get pumped. Farke made a comment about the team after the game, saying something like it was men versus boys, so maybe the team won't play well for him. Hopefully. Yeah, Michael Peleg saying West Ham and Watford a draw. They both keep their place in the league. And to be honest with you, I just think that Antonio's got his points now. Again, there's no reason other than it's just a Monday night kickoff player. That's it. Firetog's going with Giroud captain. Stevie Jackson's saying he's predicting Alonso will start. Well, then he's going to be in my team then. He will be in my team. Straight away. Yorkie's saying Captain Willian or Antonio. Come on. It's got to be Antonio. Hey, Dre Zera, welcome, man. Afternoon. Who are you captaining? Who are you going to be captaining this week? You're always doing all right. Apart from this week. No, who did you captain this week, Dre Zera? I forget. Completely forgotten who it was. Yeah, Mr. Blue Nathan. Funny enough, I was thinking of doing the same thing. Giroud captain until Steve-O thought about bringing him in. There's another hat-trick on Antonio. No. I trust what Suj said from Planet FPL, and to be honest with you, I believe every word that comes out of his mouth regarding West Ham. He's pretty much bang on the money, and to be honest with you, I think he's had his points. I think Giroud's got more of a higher ceiling to do better against Norwich than Antonio versus Watford. Is there a hat-trick in Pulisic or Jesus? Well, let's just put it this way, Jason J. Pulisic did get, what was it, a hat-trick versus us lot, Burnley? Could happen again. Love your free hit team. How many points do you predict? All right, let's. I do like my predictions, and I do actually. To be fair, I do actually normally. I'm pretty accurate, whether it's score predictions or just predictions in general. So, Edison, I expect a clean sheet. So let's get the old calculator out, and let's do the old predictions. So Edison 6 points. Reece James as Piliqueta. Let's go 6 points each. 6 plus 6. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I expect 2. I expect 2 points from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pulisic, I expect a minimum of a goal. So what's that? 5, 6, 7 for an appearance. So that's 7. David Silva, I expect a minimum of an assist, so let's just add 3, so that equals 5, so that's including appearance points. Salah, I expect a goal, so what's that, 10? So that's what, 12 points? No, wait a minute. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's 14 points from Salah. Fernandez, his usual assist, so that's 5. Antonio, I expect 2. Ings, I expect a goal, so that's 6. Jesus, do you know what? Jesus, goal and assist. So what's that? 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. And then what I always do is I give like an extra 10 points, which is like bonus points, clean sheet, wall and everything. So 10 points. Oh, whoops. So that's 78 points. So basically, I'm expecting 78 points from this team here. So let's just say between 70 and 80 points I expect from this specific team here. If you were to swap Antonio out for Giroud, again, I'm expecting Giroud to get at least a goal tonight. So, and then maybe put in Aaron Wan-Bissaka for Reece James, for argument's sake. So yeah, I reckon about 70, 80 points. Whereas, I mean, you can't really do this, but let's just say for this particular team, here. Patrizio and Bolly against Burnley, so that's 12 points. Van Dijk, that's 2, and then 4 for Alexander-Arnold. So that is a further 12 plus 4, 16. Mahrez I don't expect to start, so let's just give him a 1 point bench cameo. De Bruyne, let's just say for argument's sake, a minimum of an assist, despite the fact he hasn't actually scored a goal. Salah, as we've already said, 14. Fernandes, 5. Martial, I don't expect him to do anything, so 2. Danny Ings, we've already said 6. And Greenwood, I wouldn't expect him to do anything. So plus 10 for argument's sake. So that team there would maybe get about 60-ish points. 61 here, but yeah. Yeah, I'd like to think that my free hit team will outscore this team, but no, my luck, it happens with everybody, doesn't it? My free hit team, if I had just stuck with it, it would have only just been down blah, 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 blah. So I'm not even going to be thinking about that. I'm just going to go with it. Have a bit of fun with it. Joe Page saying, opinions on Captain and Foden. I wouldn't bother. Now, that really is a punt. That's something that I was saying to Stevie Jackson about. Don't be punting on someone like that. No, that's useless. Skinny boy. Willian or Pulisic? Pulisic. Yeah, it's crazy, Mr. Blue Nathan. 1 assist out of 10 City goals for Kevin De Bruyne. Very, very strange. And Mr. Blue Nathan is expecting Giroud to get 2 goals. Well, get him then. Don't listen. Forget what I'm saying. Vish saying, put Lamptey in instead of Lascelles. Yeah, I mean, I'll just get in any old bench fodder for him. Oh, of course, Matt Henley. It's harder it's harder than you think to nail the free hit to then outscore your standard team. Of course it is. That is the... no, it's not the free hit. Ruben. Michael Pelleggi, if you didn't have your triple captaincy, did you keep the free hit to 38? Yes, that's what I would do. Oh, Joe Page, I have Ings and Mount. I have to bench 1. It's got to be Mason Mount. It has to be Mason Mount that you bench. And just finally, because I'm going to now end the stream now. I can't believe I've been going on for nearly 2 hours. What? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. I said 40 minutes ago that I'm going to be ending the stream pretty quickly. But that, as it stands right now, that is pretty much the free hit team. All based on the Chelsea-Norwich team news later, coming out early, basically. But I think that's all done. Skinny Man saying Pope or Henderson? Pope. Pope. I expect Leicester to score in that, but I do expect Sheffield United to win. I really do. I expect Sheffield United to win. And on that note, on Mr. Blue Nathan's note, good luck, everybody. Yep, good luck, everybody. I'm going to call that an evening or an afternoon, whatever time it is in your specific region. And all I will say is this. It's the usual story of if you are completely brand new around here, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed the members-only content or you have been enjoying the members-only Twitter clips and you want to know more about the members stuff, why not just join for $1.99? That's all I will say. If you've enjoyed the stream, just simply hit the like button. Other than that, all I will say is that, as Mr. Blue Nathan said, good luck, everybody. Enjoy tonight's games and Captain Pulisic. See you later, everybody.